Hi everybody, hope you're doing well. I'm doing quite good today. Been working, had some sittings which I really enjoyed, so that's nice. I like to speak a little bit about the trust for you or to you and the trust issues we have as mediums, including me from time to time, because we do want to do so well, don't we? We want to be perfect, we want to represent the spirit in the best way, and also a little ego. We don't want to be a shitty medium, as I usually think about myself back in the day. But, and I think if you have it in your heart, you know, it's not just a hobby and I want to make a career of it, but you really have a calling from in your heart that this is something you need, that makes you come alive, so to speak. There will always be that little fear in the back of your subconscious that you're not good enough. Because if it means the world to us, we are always afraid to lose what means a lot to us, don't we? And for me, spirituality has been what I live and breathe through. And without it, I think I would be quite a miserable person, actually. So for me, 20 years I was struggling during my mediumship about not being good enough. I was afraid that I'm going to lose it. I was afraid that maybe today I'm going to wake up and realize I'm just fooling myself. But after 30 years now I've been involved in this, I think I finally landed on my both feet. And I now I use reverse psychology. Some of you heard me talking about it constantly, about brainwashing myself to get them little devils out from my shoulders that telling me I'm not good enough. But it's working quite okay. I think I trained my mind quite well. And I think that's the biggest tip I can give you, actually, to reverse the psychology on yourself and realizing when you practice mediumship, it takes time. I mean, if you take a pottery class, you know it's going to take time before you master that clay, you know. It's going to be an education for the rest of your life that you're perfect and become better on. It's the same with mediumship. To understand energy in its variations, you know, and you're learning something every time you work. And I know the most of you is afraid when you get a no. And yes, no will always be unpleasant, but a no is never a no. Because when you put the intention out there, and the intention is everything, because you're telling your mind what to focus on. So when you have the attention out there to work with the spirit, to translate that energy flow and what they're trying to show you, of course the mind will do everything in its power for you. And then a no is never a no, because your mind has tried to interpret the energy. And if you're not aware of it and not understand it to the fullest, the mind will do its best. So you might get it slightly wrong. And that's where the learning comes in. So if you never get no's, you actually are in your comfort zone and you're not becoming a better medium, because the no's are the excitement. They are when you're actually polishing your mediumship, so to speak, because what else did I learn from this situation? So I always hope, regardless how uncomfortable it is, that I always have a no here and there, because otherwise I won't grow within my mediumship and I want to be better. And isn't that what we all want? We want to be perfect if we could, which I don't believe we can in this, but we always try to be better at what we do. And isn't it exciting when you get something you never had before? That's my joy, at least. And I believe that we all need to understand that this is not a gift that comes natural for each and every one, and it's just there. This is a talent in my book, and talents need to be practiced to become excellent. So if you have a calling, if you have something here that's really are something is missing in your life. Might have everything, but something is missing. You might have to look into your soul and your spirit, connect to that universal God force or whatever you want to call it, and let it heal you. Because there's nothing greater than spirit energy for healing. It not only helps people with a mental, emotional and physical, it also brings joy, it brings upliftment, and it brings another quality to your life when you connect with that energy. And I also believe that when you find the purpose with your life, it's a different story as well. You don't eat, work and sleep. You actually eat, work, sleep and have some other enjoyable things. So for me, when I do a good reading or a good demonstration, or I feel that I helped someone take that next step forward, it brings so much joy to me. And I also believe that everything I got from the spirit is meant to be shared to you. And I believe that generosity, kindness, and generosity and kindness goes a long way, and that's being spiritual in my book. I don't believe working as a medium is maybe the greatest thing that I do. It's how I've been as a human being towards the end. And as a human being, and though I believe in the kindness and the goodness and what's right for me, and how to treat other people and so on, I also find it more important that people are kind and tolerant with each other and take time for each other than just looking to themselves, which I think the world today need, because there is a lot of there's war. We have a lot of things that happening in all sorts of corners where egomaniac people do what they feel best for them only and forget about the rest of the world. And in spiritualism we have something called the Brotherhood of Man, who is the second principles of our seven. And if we could understand that we all are brothers and sisters, maybe we would be kinder to each other. If you see each other as a family, maybe we don't want to walk over them. Maybe we do support them and respect them and not thinking about yourself all the time. It's very hard in this world because the climate is very hard, and it's all about who you are, how famous you are, how well you've done in your life, you know. The titles has become very important, and I believe therefore that we need every medium, every healer, every spiritual person we can in this world to make it a better one, especially for the next generation. I feel blessed that I is born in the 60s, 67, and we didn't have social media when I grew up. We was out in the forest, in the fields, in the lakes, playing around, and it was a calmer world in a way. I don't know, for me it was, my surroundings was calmer and more peaceful than it is today. So therefore it's also important to find your own peace within yourself. How do you find that? Well, it might be difficult with all the anxiety some of us have, the stress we have. We sometimes have a lot of work. We have kids, schools to make sure they're going to and do the homeworks and all sorts of things. Not only looking for ourselves, but for the rest of the family. And I find the stillness and the peace has meant a lot to me, to get into that power with the spirit world and to just be in peace within myself. That helps me a lot. I get strength from it, and usually I look at my problems in a different way when I'm coming back. And I know that universal energy is my drug and my life force to actually function and actually enjoying my life. Because like you all know, I wanted to die when I was a kid already. Didn't see the purpose of living. And I do have a purpose today, and the more I can share my knowledge, my experience, and help you maybe a little bit to not go in my footsteps, I feel I'm doing my job, and I feel I'm making a purpose, having a purpose. And I think every woman or man or human being needs a purpose, to feel that they not just eat, work and sleep, but they feel they're actually making changes, helping someone, filling a role that we feel that we fit in and make good. So what is your role? How are you fitting in? What is your plan for your life, to fulfill your life? And how can you get there? I believe by sitting in the silence, you will find yourself and your way, because when you connect to your own soul, which is your own compass, it's the only one who knows the way forward for you. So if we listen to the heart, as we say, but listen to the soul, I think we're walking the right way. It might not be the easiest way, but definitely the right one. If we make our life through our mental mind and our ego and our everything else, I think we will struggle in the end, because you can have everything and have nothing. You can have almost nothing and have everything, because you are in contact with your own spirit. So I'd rather have a huge reward from my own soul than from the outside's financial standard, so to speak. But yeah, we are all different, and it's up to each and every one. But try to be true to yourself. That's my motto every day. Yes, I'm failing from time to time, but my motto is to listen to my own spirit and be true to myself. So have a good day. Bye.